The Kathin Ceremony is a significant and elaborate Buddhist ritual, observed in Theravada Buddhist countries, particularly in Southeast Asia. This ceremony typically takes place at the end of the Buddhist Lent Vasa period during the Orgphansa festival. The most common and central meaning of Kathin in the Kathin ceremony is the robe cloth itself. It refers to the special cloth that lay people offer to the monastic community during the ceremony. This cloth is used by the monks to make new robes, and it symbolizes the act of generosity and support for the monastic order. The primary purpose of the Kathin ceremony is to offer new robes and other requisites to Buddhist monks and the monastic community. It is considered one of the most meritorious acts a layperson can undertake in Buddhism. The monastic Sangha, which includes monks and nuns, relies on the support of lay people for their material needs. The Kathin ceremony allows lay Buddhists to provide essential items, such as robes, alms bowls, and other necessities, to ensure that the monastics have what they require for their daily life and practice. Making offerings during the Kathin ceremony is considered an act of merit punya in Buddhism. Lay people believe that by participating in this generous act, they accumulate positive karma and blessings. This can lead to favorable circumstances in their current life and better rebirths in future lives. The Kathin ceremony is a way for lay Buddhists to express their devotion to the Triple Gem, which consists of the Buddha, the Dharma, his teachings, and the Sangha, the monastic community. It is an opportunity for lay people to demonstrate their reverence for the monastic order and their commitment to the Buddhist path. The Kathin ceremony is a communal event that brings together lay Buddhists, monks, and the wider community. It fosters a sense of unity and cooperation among participants, creating a strong and supportive Buddhist community. Offering new robes and requisites through the Kathin ceremony ensures the sustainability of monastic life. It allows the monastic community to maintain their dignity, modesty, and adherence to the Vinaya, monastic code of conduct, by replacing worn-out or damaged robes and other items. The Kathin ceremony symbolizes the renewal of monastic activities and the monks' re-engagement with the lay community. After this period of intense practice, Buddhism places great emphasis on the practice of giving, dana, as a means of developing generosity and selflessness. The Kathin ceremony provides an opportunity for lay people to cultivate these virtues by giving to the monastic Sangha. The origin of the Kathin tradition is deeply rooted in a story. From the time of the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, Lady Visika's story as the first to offer robes to the Buddha and the Sangha is a well-known account in Theravada Buddhist tradition. During the time of the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, Lady Visika was a devout and wealthy lay woman, residing in the city of Savatthi. She was a dedicated supporter of the Buddha and his monastic community, and she held the position of being one of the foremost female benefactors. At the end of the 3-month Vasa retreat, when Buddhist monks were required to stay in one place for intensive meditation and study during the rainy season, Lady Visika eagerly awaited the opportunity to make offerings to the monastic Sangha. She prepared a grand offering of new robes for the monks with meticulous care and devotion. These robes were made of the finest cloth and were beautifully adorned. On the designated day, Lady Visika, along with a retinue of attendants, went to the Jetavana monastery in Savatthi. There, she formally offered the new robes to the Buddha and the assembled monks. The Buddha accepted Lady Visika's offering with deep appreciation. He then initiated a discourse, using the occasion to deliver a Dharma teaching to those present, including Lady Visika. Lady Visika's act of generosity in offering robes to the Sangha was not only a significant offering, but was also an act of great merit. She and her retinue received the blessings of the Buddha and accumulated abundant merit through their virtuous actions. Lady Visika's offerings set an example for others to follow. Her generosity and devotion inspired many lay people to make offerings to the monastic community, supporting the monks in their practice and ensuring the sustainability of monastic life. Throughout her life, Lady Visika continued to be a dedicated supporter of the Buddha and the Sangha. Her unwavering faith, generosity, and commitment to the Buddhist path made her one of the most revered lay disciples of the Buddha. The Kathin ceremony usually occurs once a year, following the conclusion of the 3-month Buddhist Lent period. It can vary in date depending on the lunar calendar and local customs, but typically falls during the month following Augfansa. During this period, preparations are made, offerings are collected, and the actual ceremony takes place, usually with a procession and religious rituals at the temple or monastery. The Kathin season is an opportunity for Buddhists to come together as a community and engage in acts of generosity, strengthening their spiritual practice and accumulating merit. The duration of the Kathin season, lasting for a month, is not set in stone and can vary based on local traditions and customs. The month-long duration of the Kathin season may have evolved from historical and agricultural practices. In many Theravada Buddhist regions, the Kathin ceremony coincides with the end of the rainy season, which is also the time when agricultural activities typically resume after the monsoon rains. Having a month-long period allows lay people to balance their agricultural responsibilities with their religious duties. A month provides ample time for lay people to prepare for the Kathin ceremony. This includes collecting offerings, organizing the procession, and ensuring that the ceremony is well planned and attended. It also gives people the opportunity to make arrangements to participate, as it can be a significant event that requires time and effort. Preparations for the Kathin ceremony often begin well in advance. Lay people collect funds and gather offerings like cloth, candles, incense, and other necessities for the monks. The extended period encourages community engagement. It provides an opportunity for people to come together, support the monastic community, and strengthen their bonds with fellow Buddhists. It fosters a sense of unity and cooperation. The procession is an integral and visually captivating part of the Kathin ceremony. It is a festive and communal event that involves the movement of lay people, monks, and offerings from one location to another, typically from a layperson's home or a designated gathering point to a temple or monastery. The procession is carefully planned and organized in advance. Lay people gather at a predetermined location, often a local temple or a specific site chosen for the occasion. They bring with them the offerings they have prepared, which can include the Kathin robes, alms bowls, and various other requisites for the monks. Participants in the procession, both lay people and monks, often wear traditional clothing to mark the special occasion. Lay people may dress in traditional Thai or regional attire, and the monks typically wear their saffron robes. The procession is often accompanied by traditional music, including drums, gongs, and other instruments. The music adds to the festive atmosphere of the event. The procession is typically led by flag bearers, carrying ceremonial flags or banners. These flags are often adorned with Buddhist symbols and motifs. Monks from the temple or monastery, where the Kathin ceremony will take place, may lead the procession. This signifies the monastic community's participation in the event. Lay people carry the offerings they have prepared for the Kathin ceremony. These offerings are often beautifully arranged in baskets or containers, and they may include the Kathin robes prominently displayed. Participants may carry incense sticks and candles as symbols of purity and enlightenment. These items are commonly used in Buddhist rituals, As the procession moves along the designated route, participants may engage in chanting and recitation of Buddhist prayers. This adds a spiritual dimension to the event. The procession often attracts onlookers and well-wishers, who gather along the streets to witness and participate in the festivities. Some may offer additional alms or donations. As the procession passes by, the procession culminates at the temple or monastery, where the Kathin ceremony will be held. The formal offering of the Kathin robes during the Kathin ceremony involves a series of rituals and religious observances that are conducted with reverence and devotion. These rituals are a central part of the ceremony and symbolize the lay community's support for the monastic sangha. The procession, which includes lay people carrying the offerings, arrives at the temple or monastery where the Kathin ceremony is to be held. Monks may greet the procession and lead the participants to the designated area for the ceremony. The offerings, including the Kathin robes, alms bowls, and other requisites, are displayed prominently in an orderly and respectful manner. The Kathin robes, which are often the focal point, may be hung on a specially prepared frame or structure. Lay people prepare trays or containers that hold the Kathin robes and other requisites. These trays are often beautifully decorated with flowers and other offerings. Monks and lay people may engage in chanting, recitation of Buddhist scriptures, and prayers. These rituals are conducted to purify the offerings and create a spiritually conducive atmosphere. In some traditions, lay people may participate in a ceremonial procession around the area where the offerings are displayed. This procession, known as the 3 circumambulations or 3 rounds, means to walk or move around a sacred object or site in a clockwise direction, typically in a circular path. This act is symbolic of reverence and devotion in many cultures and religions. The 3 circumambulations ritual holds special significance in Buddhism and is used to express devotion, respect, and a sense of sacredness. Each circumambulation is associated with a particular intention or dedication. The first circumambulation is often associated with honoring the Buddha, representing reverence for the Triple Gem Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. The second circumambulation may be dedicated to paying respects to the Dharma, the teachings of the Buddha, signifying the importance of the teachings in one's life. The third circumambulation typically involves dedicating merit and expressing gratitude. Lay people may request that the merit generated by their offerings be shared with departed relatives or loved ones. Participants in the ritual often hold candles or lamps, incense sticks, and flowers during the circumambulations. These items symbolize purity, illumination, and the fragrant qualities of the Buddha's teachings. While walking the 3 rounds, participants may engage in chanting or recitation of Buddhist scriptures and prayers. This adds a spiritual dimension to the ritual and enhances its significance. The formal offering of the Kathin robes begins with a designated lay representative making a formal speech expressing the lay community's intentions. This speech often includes words of dedication and respect for the monastic sangha. Monks from the temple or monastery accept the offerings on behalf of the sangha. This is typically done with great care and reverence. The Kathin robes are formally received by the senior monk or abbot. In some ceremonies, a specific ritual involves the cutting of the Kathin cloth into pieces. Lay people may take turns cutting the cloth into sections, which are then used to make new robes for the monks. Monks may offer blessings and words of appreciation for the lay community's generosity. Lay people often listen attentively and show their respect. For the monastic blessings, lay people may request that the merit generated by their offerings be shared with departed relatives or loved ones. as an act of dedication and remembrance. The formal offering ceremony is concluded with closing remarks, expressing gratitude and appreciation for the participation of both the monastic community and lay people. Following the ceremony, a communal meal is often shared by both monks and lay people. This meal reinforces the sense of community and shared merit. These rituals are deeply meaningful and serve to strengthen the spiritual connection between the monastic sangha and the lay community, and provides an opportunity for both groups to come together in celebration, devotion, and acts of generosity.